Hey guys, what's up? So, excuse the face. Today's video is going to be a little different. It's going to be something that I haven't done on my channel yet. I've seen a lot of videos on them, but it's just something that I've never done before. Basically what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you my first impression of a new foundation that I purchased at the drugstore the other day. Is the Neutrogena Nourishing Longwear Makeup. This foundation claims to be a 12-hour makeup that instantly erases the look of skin imperfections. It is clinically proven to make skin tone look more even in just 4 weeks, even without makeup. It's lightweight, natural looking coverage that resists heat and humidity. So I have never tried this foundation. It is new. I've tried Neutrogena products before. I think I tried their here it is, the skin clearing oil free foundation. I've tried that and I liked it, so I'm hoping that I like this one. A little background on my skin. Right now I have a lot of acne scars. The last month or the last 2 months, like September, October, my face, I don't know what it was, just broke out like everywhere. I had never had such a bad breakout ever, and now I have like acne scarring, which I am also treating. I have started I've added a few things to my skincare that I'm hoping will erase. Other than that, actually, I'm also very oily in the T-zone, so like my forehead gets kind of oily, my nose, and right here, always oily no matter what I do. Primers, I've tried primers, different foundations, mattifying foundations, powders, everything, and some work better than others, but regardless of what I wear on my face underneath my foundation, I always get oily. So that's not something that I'm expecting this foundation to do. If it does, that'd be great, but if it doesn't, my face is like that. That's how it always has been. I picked up the shade Natural Beige number 60. I've already moisturized. I moisturize underneath the eyes and the rest of my face. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my primers as I always do. I would try it without the primer, but I feel like anytime you wear foundation, you should be wearing a primer. So I'm going to go ahead and prime as I would any other days. I'm going to start with the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. This is the light oil-free primer. It's not the silicone one, but the white one. And I'm just going to apply that on the outer perimeters of my face, because I'm going to go in with a different primer in the center, since that is where I get oily and where my pores are more noticeable. So I'm going to go in with a different primer there. And the one I'm going to be using for the center of my face is also by Smashbox, and it's the Pore Minimizing Primer, so the purple one. And I'm going to take just a little bit of that, probably about a pea size, maybe even a little smaller. And I'm just going to go in the center right here, next on the sides of my nose, on my nose, and then a little bit on my forehead and my chin. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and give this again another little shake. And I'm hoping that this is going to be the right shade. I don't know. It looked like it is. I'm hoping that it is, because I don't think I kept the receipt, so I'm gonna have to keep it. And it looks like it's gonna be kind of a thick consistency, because I'm having trouble like getting it out. I mean, I've got the thing flipped over all the way and it's not just pouring out, so it seems like it's gonna be a little thick. Whoa, okay. So I'm not exactly sure how much I'm gonna need, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pour a bunch of it on the back. So that looks like maybe 2 or 3 pumps worth, if it had a pump, which I wish it did, just because it makes it so much easier to get it out, you know. To apply it, I'll be using my beauty blender, and I did dampen this up so it is easier to use. I'm going to go ahead and take some of that product, and I'm just going to begin applying it to my face. I've only applied it to this side of my face because I wanted you to be able to see the difference in no foundation and having foundation. It actually looks like it is going to match, thank goodness, because I threw that receipt away. It applied really well with the beauty blender since it is a thicker foundation, so the beauty blender really helped to make it not so cakey on the face. I'm gonna say that this has about a medium coverage. I'm gonna apply another layer on it once that sets to see if it's something that is buildable to a full coverage, because you can still see some of my acne scars peeking through. But overall, I actually like the way it looks once applied. It's not matte, and it's not like super dewy. I would say it has like a satin finish because my face doesn't look matte, but it doesn't look dewy either. So for me, that is perfect because I have oily skin. I don't want it to be dewy finish, and then towards the end of the day with my natural oils, it just looks like grease on my face. So as far as the finish, I like it a lot. It went on and applied very nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it to the other side of my face. I'm going to let that set, and then I'm going to go in with another layer just to see if it is buildable. I wanted to go ahead and show you what it looks like with one application or one layer of foundation. I like the foundation. I like the way it looks. I'm going to go ahead and apply another layer just to see if we can build it up to a fuller coverage. So I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. So I've applied a second layer, and it's definitely buildable. However, I do feel that I'm going to have to set this foundation. It looks beautiful. I like the finish. I like that it's not super matte. I feel like I look a little oily in the camera, like here, but looking at myself in the mirror, it looks healthy. My skin looks healthy. It looks glowy and not oily. Because of my skin, I feel like I'm gonna have to set it just so that I don't get too oily throughout the day. Overall, I like the finish of the foundation. I think it looks really nice. I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back as soon as I'm done with that. So I finished the rest of my makeup, and I set everything with the L'Oreal Set and Spray. Is that what it's called? Makeup Extender Setting Spray. I set everything with that, and I've had it on for about an hour and a half. So far, it looks really good. I like the way that it set into the skin. It hasn't gotten greasy or anything on me. It has settled a little bit, very little, into my smile lines. All my foundations do that because my smile lines are so bad. They're so like, you know, I smile a lot, and you know, I make a lot of facial expressions. So that tends to happen to me with whatever foundation I wear also. But I really like the finish. I like the way it looks. It doesn't feel heavy even though I applied 2 layers of it to my skin. I think it matched really well and I really like it. So I'm going to see how it wears throughout the day and then I'll just check in with you guys and let you know. Right now it is 4:58, almost 5 o'clock. I'm going to go have dinner, do some shopping, and then I'll check in with you guys in a couple of hours. 8:17. And I've been wearing this foundation for about 6 hours. Overall, really good foundation. The only complaint that I have is that it did settle into my smile lines quite a bit. Not as bad as other foundations. Like the ones that aren't semi-matte or completely matte will do that. This one did it a little bit, but I think that by touching it up or maybe just wearing less, because I did apply 2 layers, so it could be because I applied possibly too much, that's why it's settled into those lines. But other than that, I really like the foundation. I like the finish. It's held up for the 5 hours, 6 hours that I've been wearing it. I haven't gotten oily whatsoever. The glow that you see is from my highlighter. It's not from the foundation. And it still looks almost as good as when I first applied it. This would probably be a lot better, or would look a lot nicer maybe if I had only applied 1 layer. It wouldn't be as full coverage, but I think with maybe like a full coverage powder or powder foundation, you could definitely fix the coverage and make it more full coverage. But I like it. I think it's really nice. I'm glad that the color matched. I don't know if this would be a 12-hour wear foundation for myself, but it possibly could for someone with maybe less fine lines on their face. But I think this is a really good foundation, especially for a drugstore foundation. I believe it was like $13. I'll go ahead and put the price here. But I think it's probably anywhere between $12 and $15 depending on where you purchase it. But I do think that it is a foundation that I'm going to be using. I definitely do like it. Will I wear it whenever I'm out, like to a club or something? Probably not. I don't think this is something that will withstand, you know, vigorous activities, or if you wear makeup to the gym. I don't think this is something that will hold up. But like I said, overall, I think it's a really good foundation as far as like drugstore. It felt really light, and it does have SPF 20. It's 821. I'm gonna go wash it off, go back downstairs and play some Xbox with my husband and maybe have another drink. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if this is something that you want me to do, first impressions on other products. If it is and you have some things that you want to know how they work or how they look, go ahead and leave me some products down below, and if I can, I'll go ahead and pick those up and do some reviews or videos for you. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.